Chapter 41. Adelmo expressed his gratitude, saying, "Yes, much better, thank you. I unexpectedly dozed off. I didn't anticipate falling asleep. Anyway, I should get going now to kickstart my day. I'll try to catch up with you before you retire for the night." His grandfather cautioned him, "All right, just be cautious." With that, Adelmo stepped out of the house and hopped into the vehicle he had at his disposal. As Adelmo embarked on his journey, his first destination was the renowned Sigosora Citadel, famously known as Dracula's birthplace. Excitement filled the air as he arrived at the citadel, eager to explore its historical significance. The citadel stood tall, showcasing its medieval charm and captivating architecture. Adelmo couldn't help but marvel at the intricate details of the buildings, each telling a story of the past. The cobblestone streets and the ancient walls whispered tales of battles fought and victories won, transporting Adelmo to a different era. After immersing himself in the beauty of the citadel, Adelmo continued his adventure and arrived in the town of Sigosora. The town exuded a quaint charm, with its picturesque streets lined with colorful houses and charming cafes. Adelmo couldn't resist the urge to wander through the town, captivated by the unique blend of medieval and modern elements. The medieval-style buildings stood as a testament to the town's rich history, while the vibrant atmosphere and lively locals added a contemporary touch. Adelmo found himself lost in the enchanting ambience, appreciating the fusion of old and new that Sigosora had to offer. Adelmo's heart raced with anticipation as he approached the majestic citadel, the very place where Dracula, the enigmatic figure of legend, was said to have been born. The allure of this mysterious birthplace had drawn countless curious souls, and Adelmo was determined to uncover the truth behind the myths. Questions swirled in his mind, each one more pressing than the last. Was Dracula truly born this way, or had he been transformed into a creature of the night at some point in his life? The answers eluded him, but he couldn't help but wonder if the citadel held the key to unraveling the enigma. As Adelmo stood before the citadel, his eyes scanned the intricate details of the surrounding buildings. He marveled at the architectural brilliance that had gone into their creation, capturing each moment with his trusty camera. The snapshots he took would serve as a visual record of the craftsmanship that had brought these structures to life. Adelmo felt a sense of awe and reverence, as if he were a tourist exploring a hidden gem. Yet, deep down, he knew his purpose was far greater than that. He was on a quest to uncover the truth, to delve into the realm of the supernatural that most believed to be mere fiction. With each step he took, Adelmo's excitement grew. The citadel seemed to hold the answers he sought, and he couldn't help but feel a sense of urgency. Would he finally discover the origins of Dracula, the truth behind his existence? Adelmo's mind raced with possibilities, his imagination conjuring up images of ancient rituals and dark secrets. He knew that the journey ahead would be filled with uncertainty, but he was determined to persist. The citadel stood as a silent guardian, its walls holding centuries of history within. Adelmo was ready to unlock its secrets, armed with his camera and an insatiable thirst for knowledge. Adelmo was on his way to the heritage site dedicated to Dracula when he came across a magnificent clock tower. The structure stood tall and proud, exuding an air of elegance and history. Adelmo couldn't help but be drawn to it, intrigued by the stories it held within its walls. He made a spontaneous decision to explore the clock tower before continuing his journey to Dracula's birthplace, eager to uncover the secrets it held. Upon entering the clock tower, Adelmo was immediately struck by the intricate details and expert craftsmanship that adorned the interior. The walls were adorned with ornate designs, and the gears of the clock mechanism gleamed in the dim light. Adelmo took his time to appreciate the beauty of the structure, marveling at the skill and dedication that must have gone into its construction. As he wandered through the rooms, he couldn't help but feel a sense of reverence for the history that surrounded him. As Adelmo explored further, he came across plaques that indicated the clock tower had been keeping time since the 1600s. The thought of all the events and moments that the tower had witnessed over the centuries filled Adelmo with a sense of wonder. He couldn't help but imagine the stories that the walls could tell if they could speak. What secrets lay hidden within the ancient stones? Adelmo's curiosity was piqued, and he found himself lost in contemplation, pondering the mysteries of the past that were waiting to be discovered. Adelmo ascended to the top floor with determination, his heart pounding in his chest. As he reached the summit, he leaned against the cool wall, his fingers grazing the rough surface. Peering through a small opening, his eyes widened in awe as he beheld a breathtaking view of the town below. The panoramic vista stretched out before him, revealing the majestic heritage site associated with the legendary figure of Dracula. The sight was nothing short of mesmerizing, as if Adelmo had been transported to another era. Suddenly, a strange sensation washed over Adelmo, enveloping him in an ethereal trance. It was as if he had become a mere spectator, detached from his own reality. Through the same opening, he witnessed a chilling scene unfold before his eyes. The figures below, bearing an uncanny resemblance to Dracula, were engaged in a gruesome act of violence. Adelmo's heart sank as he realized that these were not mere mortals, but the very beings responsible for Dracula's existence, his own father. The lifeless bodies were callously dragged into the building, an eerie parallel to the day of Dracula's birth. As the trance abruptly released its grip on Adelmo, he found himself drenched in sweat, his breath ragged and labored. Confusion clouded his mind, leaving him questioning the authenticity of what he had just witnessed. Was it a figment of his imagination, a product of his own fears and anxieties? Adelmo's thoughts raced, his emotions in turmoil. Despite the unsettling experience, he resolved to descend back to the lower floors, driven by an insatiable curiosity to explore the birthplace of Dracula. Though a sense of trepidation gnawed at his core, Adelmo steeled himself, determined to uncover any hidden truths that lay within the walls of this enigmatic place.